Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the Tennessee Titans get their first loss of the season. Pittsburgh Steelers 27, Tennessee Titans 24. Man, this is a hard one to take. I am actually mostly proud of this team today. I'm actually pretty damn proud of the players today, actually. The coaches we'll get to later. But man, it was right there for us Tennessee Titans fans. It was right there. It was right there for us despite being down 24-7 and honestly, outplayed for most of this game, and certainly for the first half of this game. For us to even be in it late was a victory in and of itself. But man, just knowing that we could have really had this win today, that we could easily be 6-0 at the very least, headed for an overtime battle with the Steelers, in which, hey, I liked our chances with all the momentum that we had. How disappointing to sit here today and say, no, we are 5-1. Because Steven Gostkowski missed the field goal late, and even beyond him and before him, because I know everyone's going to blame him, and look, he should have made the 46-yard field goal. That's a field goal that he's made his entire career. He's been known as a very clutch kicker in his career. But man, even before him, so many issues, so many problems. Should I start positive or negative today? Let's just start negative and we'll get a little positive. I'm sorry, I'm not in a great mood just knowing how that game ended. This defense, this defense, it's so bad. And the saving grace was the interception. So we can, be proud of the interception. Thank you to Jayon Brown, who, by the way, for the first game this season, looked like the Jayon Brown of old. He appeared to be the Jayon Brown that we thought was going to be a potential Pro Bowl player. He played so well today, coming down with the interception, forcing out of the interception. He looked pretty damn good out there for the most part in terms of his coverage, although, oh my God, this zone coverage that we're running. But man, Jayon Brown played so well today, but outside of him and Big Jeff Simmons, this defense, and it's all on the coordination to me. At least 80% of it is coordination to me. Now, I can look at the individual talent like a Ty Smith who stinks. And I can say, okay, Ty Smith stinks. Like, he can't tackle, he can't do anything, he can't cover, can't tackle, can't do anything. This horrible play that will traumatize me, and it was only like midfield, it wasn't a touchdown or anything. But this play in which it was, I want to say Chase Claypool, might have been Deontay Johnson, but I'm pretty sure it's Chase Claypool. Actually, it might have been Deontay Johnson. But remember the play on the left side of the field where he caught it and Ty Smith, and he caught it, there was like a 3rd and maybe 13, or it was like 3rd and 10 plus at least. And he caught it with still 10 yards to go, and then he reverse field to the left sideline and then got the first down because this Ty Smith damn near fell down trying to get the angle to tackle him instead of just going and tackling him. Ty Smith today was incredibly awful. But outside of Ty Smith, do you just see these holes in our zone coverage? I've never seen this many holes in my life. Do you remember the movie Holes? You've got to go and dig those holes. There are so many holes in this defense. Okay, that's the song to describe this defense right now. There are just holes and holes all over this defense. There's some holes in this house. There's some holes in this house. Come on. You can just see the pockets. Big Ben knows. On 3rd down, he knows Eric Ebron's going to be open in the middle of our zone coverage because he's seen it every single play. He knows to throw it to Eric Ebron at this moment. Just snap the ball, wait 2-3 seconds, boom. Eric Ebron's going to be open in the seam because that's where the hole is in our zone coverage. Boom, and he knows if I just wait, 2-3 seconds, this wide receiver is going to be beyond the cornerback because the cornerback's going to stay in his zone coverage and the safety is going to be too far back to make a play on it. I can hit that wide receiver there. There are so many holes in our defense, in this zone coverage defense, and I don't understand it. And then whenever we go man, then, Malcolm Butler can't cover. It's just so frustrating. And here's the thing with this zone. I'm fine with zone coverage. Dean Pease, I don't know what he did. I don't know what voodoo he had going on. But what he was able to do with this defense, although we let teams move the ball on us, we got off the field on third down. I don't know where we ranked. I know this year we're last. I'll have to go back and see where we ranked in years prior, and specifically last year. It must have been average. But, I mean, you knew, or at least you felt a lot more confident in us in third down. Like, you felt a lot more confident in a Jarrell Casey making the play to get them off the field, in a Logan Ryan, in an Adoree Jackson, in a Kevin Byard, in a Jeffrey Simmons, in a Harold Landry, someone making the play ultimately to get the team off the field. That doesn't happen. And then, like, even today, like, there are so many just also close plays, like Jadeveon Clowney blowing up that, end around type play by the Steelers, and we couldn't even get that fumble. I mean, I just don't think we're putting these players in position to make plays defensively. I mean, that's just what I'm seeing, people. Let me know what you guys think, but I just see way too many holes in this defense. The individual talent, it's almost this. Yes, we don't have Joe Casey, we don't have Logan Ryan, but and Adoree Jackson's not playing right now. Those three are not enough, considering the fact we added Jadeveon Clowney, by the way, and Vic Beasley, who actually did a thing today. Can you believe it? Vic Beasley did a thing. He actually did something, kind of, when he almost forced a fumble. So that was nice to see from Vic Beasley. I guess he technically did force it, but it wasn't a lost fumble. But yeah, so Vic Beasley did a thing. But I mean, it's just so bad. But one very positive thing. Okay, this is a very, very positive thing. A.J. Brown. You can feel it. It's electric. And he is elite. With no E. Okay? He has one more letter. He's E-L-I-T. One more letter. But boy, does he look elite out there, man. A.J. Brown is so good. Man, that touchdown was incredible out there today. And this is what we needed to see. And Corey Davis, I know he only had 35 receiving yards, but he played so well. Man, can we not keep Corey Davis? These are the two best Tennessee Titans wide receivers in the last decade. Okay, and that's no offense to Nate Washington. Forget about your boy Kendall Wright. These are the two best wide receivers for the Tennessee Titans in the last decade. And some would argue ever. Now, I'm not going to, be that disrespectful to Derek Mason. But can they get there? They're playing so well. And, I mean, A.J. Brown is everything Kenny Britt should have been. And it's just so beautiful because Kenny Britt was so incredibly frustrating, not only on the field, but also off. And we never got to see Kenny Britt come to his full powers. But A.J. Brown, man, this guy is just incredible. Derrick Henry was trying to do his thing, and this is what I anticipated. I told you all, Derrick Henry was going to struggle today in terms of getting, yards per carry, but he still got his 3.8 yards per carry and a touchdown. Ryan Tannehill, I thought he played well. I did think he played well. Like, I grade him even like a B+. I give him B+. Now, some would say, why not A-, why not A? Let me tell you, and here's a difficult thing about being an NFL quarterback. Like, you have to make quick decisions. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I think he's a little too quick with his decision-making. So sometimes he will, anticipate his wide receiver, he's going to make this in cut. Let me, throw this tight window throw to Adam Humphries and just have faith that it's going to be connected. And sometimes it works. And as a quarterback, you have to have that quick decision making. You don't really have time to assess how open a wide receiver is. But I thought he made too many difficult throws today. Like, he was just trying on too many of these third downs, too many tight window throws, too many tight throws, instead of being a little more patient, waiting for things to really open up, waiting for wide receivers to truly be open. That's my only critique of him today. It's difficult, though, because that's one of his strengths. The fact that he is such a quick decision maker is what helps us so much. So it's hard to say that, it's hard to really blame him for that. But, definitely a lot of these third downs where a lot of these drives stalled for us, I was like, you did not need to try to make that difficult of a throw. Like, you could have waited for a safer throw, a better throw to me a lot of times today. So that was the only problem with Ryan Tannehill. But You know, he still had his 2 touchdowns, no interceptions today, so I'm not really critiquing his performance. That's just one thing that I did notice held us back, but he's still playing great. I'm a Ryan Tannehill stan at this point, so he's still fantastic in my eyes. So, yeah, I mean, outside of that, offensively, I mean, there was nothing else offensively. I mean, Adam Humphries had a nice 19-yard catch. Johnny Smith was quiet, but I don't really blame him for any of that. And, I mean, I guess on the offensive line, I mean, Sombrero looked fine. I mean, we definitely allowed some pressure today. I don't think that's what ultimately cost us. It would have been nicer to have Tannehill had to, like, cleaner pockets today, but I don't think that's why we lost. So I'm not really huge on that. We only allowed 2 sacks. So, yeah, it's not too bad. Especially facing the Steelers front, it's not too bad. But, yeah, defensively, man, I mean, big Jeff Simmons. I mean, this guy's an absolute beast. You know, deflecting the pass, causing the interception, you know, to Jayon Brown today. That was terrific and fantastic. Clowney played well. So we don't notice much from Clowney. I know, like, analytically, he always looks great. If you really pay attention, if you watch the tape, he's, you know, for the most part, he's doing a lot better than he was early in the season. You know, he's holding his rushing lanes. You know, he's doing everything he needs to do, setting the edge well. He played well today and almost blew up that play. So unfortunate there that he wasn't able to, you know, really finish. But, man, I got to tell you, man, this pass rush, I mean, it is so weak. No sacks today. We're not going to get sacks this season. Harold Landry's fine. He's not good. Okay, well, maybe not. That's a little harsh. But I think he's good. But he's just not, I don't know, he's not that Pro Bowl pass rusher. He's not. I'm sorry. I wish he was. But he's not. And in combination with Clowney, it's just not working. And, you know, Vic Beasley, last game, he only played 15% of the snaps. And we traded Kamala Correa. So I don't know what's going on in terms of what we're coordinating defensively with these pass rushers. I don't think we're doing nearly enough in terms of exotic blitz packages. I think we're mainly just rushing 4. And that's it. And Daquan Jones isn't getting a pass rush. Why is he out there on these passing downs? Because we don't have anyone else. Like Jack Crawford, I don't even know why we signed this guy. Like, he's fine, but we needed someone better than a Jack Crawford, someone more significant. Why did we trade Jarrell Casey? Oh my God. I mean, it's just incredible. I don't understand some of these crucial decisions that were obvious defensively. Oh, it's costing us so much. And I still have faith moving forward in this team. But, man, can you just imagine? Like, I was telling my friend this last night. If we put this year's offense with last year's defense, Super Bowl period. Like, I don't care. That's the end of the conversation. Like, literally, this offense would have showed up in Kansas City for that AFC Championship game, would have put it out to me. 100%, and would have beat the 49ers easily. Easily. That is so frustrating to me. The fact that this year's offense with last year's defense, or even the defense before that, or the defense before that, like literally every defense for the Titans in literally almost Titans history, maybe outside of like 2015, because 2015 and 2014 too. 2014 probably was the worst. Outside of those 2 years, literally every Titans defense ever has been better than this Titans defense. But, and just in terms of, like, not even in terms of personnel, in terms of coordination. Because you cannot tell me that Chris Hope, and remember Cortland Finnegan was great, but Chris Hope and Cortland Finnegan and Antoine Verner, hey, I love my boy Verner, and who else? Who was a linebacker? Colin McCarthy, Akeem Ayers, Derek Morgan, Brian Rockpo when we had him. You're telling me those defense were better talent-wise than this defense? No. We have Clowney, we have Simmons, we have Byard, we have Adoree whenever he plays. Malcolm Butler, who's a talent, doesn't play well enough, you know, deserving of his talent, but he's a talent. Christian Fulton, and Jayon Brown, Rashaan Evans. This is a better personnel than that personnel. Like, those middling Titans defenses. Akeem Ayers. I mean, come on. And all this Harold Landry. We have all this talent, and it's just not, the defense is not working. They're not being put in position to succeed. It is just incredibly frustrating. And I know it is a lot on them too. Like, they do have their fair share of bad plays individually, but I mean, you have to acknowledge the fact that this defense looked infinitely better last year. And it's just so frustrating because that's the piece. That's what we need. And it's just not there. And it's just, oh, so close. And let me tell you, I still have Super Bowl aspirations this year, without a doubt. But it's going to be touch and go, and it's going to be close, and it's going to be stressful. Oh, if you thought your heart was bumping today, just wait, because we have more coming for you. But, man, if we had that, if we just had an average defense, bro, we would just be chilling. we would just be sitting back, relaxing, winning games 35-20, and just relaxing. But instead, we have to be stressed against every team in the league, damn near, except for the Buffalo Bills for some reason. And, have to put up points, just to have a chance to win the game. And we won 5 games, and that's great, and there's more to come, okay? There's absolutely more to come. Like, I still believe, I had us 11-5 before the season. I think we're on pace for 12-4 right now. Somebody even argued 13-3. I'll say 12-4. But hell, maybe even 13-3, honestly, because our division is not performing well. The Texans were awful today. I don't know if we're going to lose to the Texans. And the Colts, too. Damn, we might go 6-0 in the division. We'll see. Let's not get carried away. But for right now, man, I don't know. It is frustrating. There's a frustrating performance for sure. Vic Beasley, at least he did something today. Rashaan Evans. The run defense was weak-ish. It wasn't that weak. We only allowed 4.1 yards per carry to James Conner. But just these wide receivers, for opposing teams, just how they're able to just fit in these pockets, just sit in these pockets and just pick us off. The first drive of the game took 10 minutes. It took 9.5 minutes for the Steelers to go down the field and score a touchdown. I was like, this is the longest drive ever. It must be. It felt like literally the longest drive in NFL history. That's what it felt like out there. It was just incredibly frustrating today. But at least we had, and I told you, one of my lineup keys to the game was that we had to come up with turnovers. So we came up with 3 interceptions, almost forced 2 fumbles, needed those fumbles when it was all said and done. So we definitely did better at that, and I love that. And man, Adoree Jackson, man, can this guy come back? Because, man, we need him so much. But ultimately, again, Mike Vrabel, I have to make a plea to you, man. Can you just give up these duties? Can you please just give up? You're a great head coach. You get our team prepared. You get our team excited. I'm here for all of that. But, man, you can't coordinate this defense worth a damn, okay? Promote Jim Haslett. Shane Bowen actually does do a lot of the play calling of the outside linebackers coach, but give Jim Haslett a shot. Call and do whatever you have to do. If you want to call Dean Pease, if you want to call Wade Phillips is on the couch. We got to do something. Hell, Bill O'Brien's an offensive coach. Get him in here because I don't know what to do. But the Super Bowl. I can taste it. This is a Super Bowl offense, but the defense is anything but. And I don't think it's a personnel problem. I think it's a coordination problem. Like today, and I don't know. It's just incredibly frustrating for me. But it's okay. It's all okay. The Titans are 5-1. And like I said, the schedule moving forward. Let me look at our next game. I think who is our next game actually? Is it the Bears? Oh no, it's the Bengals and then the Bears. So Bengals we got. You ain't gonna worry about no damn Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, then we have the Bears who, hey, they're 5-1 just like us. So, definitely don't sleep on them. Then the Colts. The most difficult games for sure that we see on the schedule, though, would be at Ravens, at Packers. That's when we're really going to assess where we are in terms of the Super Bowl landscape. And honestly, those might be, and I'll give the Bears some credit, but really those are going to be our main tests for the rest of the season to see where we stack up against, the best teams in the NFL. So that's really going to be a better test. So hopefully we can definitely perform better, not only against those teams, but moving forward. Hopefully Adoree fixes things magically. That's the hope, I guess. That's the prayer. And what a prayer indeed. But for right now, it's frustrating. That win was definitely there to be had today. But ultimately, there's so many positives, though, in terms of A.J. Brown continuing to come into his own. Corey Davis still looking great. Tannehill still being sharp. Offense still being great. And also, one thing that I did also notice today, the Steelers' energy was just so much more impactful than our energy early in this game. I think that also really set us apart because they were just so incentivized and energized early because I think, they felt that they were, wrongly, I guess, how can I phrase this? That they didn't deserve to have their game rescheduled to this week, that they felt that we should have had to forfeit the previous game. So they were motivated to come out and prove a point and beat us today. And it kind of took us by surprise, and then that's why we went down to the early 24-7 lead. But I'm happy that we made the comeback that we did. I'm happy that we made it competitive. I'm happy that we showed up. I'm happy with things that we saw offensively. And then the defense did come up with the interception when they needed to. Okay, although it was a bad throw by Big Ben. If he makes literally another throw, at least the Steelers are getting a field goal. But, It's okay. We're 5-1. We're still doing great. Not really worried about the Colts yet. So we'll see how this team is moving forward. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the Titans versus Steelers. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.